Hey, what's up? It's Taka here. Welcome back to my weekly vlog. So I started taking break from Inkshop and Deva's life. I went to some art exhibitions and I read some mangas and books and get inspirations for my work. So let me share what inspirations I got this week. So the first one is a manga called World is Dancing. It's a story based on the life of Muramachi period actor. His name is Zeami Motokiyo. So Zeami is a pretty famous actor, and he invented no-gaku. It's a traditional Japanese performing art combining chant, music, dance, and acting, as well as masks, as you can see here, and the costumes. It's called no-gaku. And this manga tells you his story towards discovering or inventing no. So he realizes many things about performing art. He is very young. This scene is a moment he realizes what's important in performing art. Let me read. It's Japanese though. さらに削ぎ落とす演技も私も。だがどちらも私がなくなればそれで終わる。だから削ぎ落とす。表情を落とし、舞を落とし、私を落とす。次年孤児にこの舞台に全てを明け渡す。全てを明け渡して現れるは誰でもない。No. Yes. No means hataraki in this manga. Hataraki means system, how it works, structure, etc. I don't know a proper translation for hataraki. It means it has a lot of meanings, but I guess no means how our life interacts with the world, and the world interacts with us. So it's a very abstract concept, but Zeami tried to surrender everything except for hataraki, including himself and face expression using masks and slowing down the dance to the world and the stage. So he surrendered everything. It's interesting. So it's like the ultimate minimalism. It's yeah. So he tried to leave only things that is core for performing art. It's hard to find, right? And he even think facial expression is unnecessary. It's interesting, right? So facial expression is important for us to communicate each other, but he thinks it's also unnecessary for dancing, and he tried to slowing down the dance speed to make it bold. So the dance speed, if the dance is so fast, it's like it's thin. It feels thin. I don't know how to say it, but it's so slowing down makes it like very bold and I don't know, but it's beautiful. It makes it beautiful. So these days we are trying to do more and more and faster, but it's like opposite, and the slowing down makes it beautiful sometimes. It's interesting. And the next one is I went to Kyocera Museum of Art in Kyoto. So I've been to Kyoto. It's been a while. It was beautiful as always. So I love these traditional buildings. And I went to a cafe to have a breakfast. And I saw aosagi, green heron. Yeah. And this is Kyocera Museum of Art. Yes. And I saw an exhibition of Andy Warhol. He's a very famous pop artist. As you may have seen these art. And this is one of his important work. It's Campbell's soup cans. The description of this art was interesting. He have drawn this art. So many cans he draw, and I don't know why he draw these cans. But he told Warhol himself said, pop art is about liking things, and claimed that he ate Campbell's soup every day for 20 years, which is amazing. So I think it's true. And it can be applied to every creation, like including our software development. So it can be read like software development is about liking things, right? So that because software is for solving the real world problems, and you can't build things without knowing the real world. And to know the real world, you have to like things. I definitely agree with him. And here was one of my favorites in the exhibition. It's called Shadows 1. So he drew shadow, but as you can see, it sparkled depending on the angle at which it is viewed, because it's drawn with diamond dust. That's why it sparkles. It's beautiful. So I like those such an art which uses those interesting materials. And I went to Nakanoshima Museum of Art to see a Gutai exhibition. I didn't know what's Gutai. It was a collective of artists established in Ashiya, close to Osaka in 1954, by Yoshihara Jiro. Jiro Yoshihara was the central figure in the association. And it's regarded as origin of post-war Japanese art. So I went to this exhibition without knowing anything about Gutai. But their art were very interesting, very inspirational. So it's hard to tell what's interesting through this display, but it's even despite of the fact that it's very old, but I felt that they are very new. That's personally because Yoshihara Jiro often said, "Do what no one has done before." And so this phrase, these work represent his saying very well. So I feel they were very new. And Yoshihara hated explanations because those arts don't have titles. So it's like titled 作品, 無題, or untitled. And so that it can avoid anything that might serve as an explanation. That's interesting. So it's like a common idea shared by No and Gutai. Both try to add new essences while simultaneously eliminating unnecessary ones. So No tried to eliminate facial expressions by wearing masks, and Gutai tried to eliminate their work titles, art titles, to avoid the explanation. That's so interesting. And they were trying to create new things by not relying on the existing techniques and or materials. Yeah, that was so interesting. And I've read a book written by Hideo Kojima, who is a famous game creator known as Metal Gear Solid Death Stranding creator. What he tells is that memes are very important to create new ideas, new games. Memes are a concept introduced by biologist Richard Dawkins. Memes are units of information such as cultural ideas, customs, and values that are spread between people and passed on to future generations. So Zeami worried about what happens after he died. But memes can be alive after the death of the creators. So no gaku is one of the memes in this concept. So it's interesting. So memes are units of information that can thrive across through our generations. And he finds it useful because he always tried to create new things, and it's interesting that he doesn't rely on past successes because it's not reasonable to expect that what worked in the past will automatically work now. Yesterday's experience is just one of many options. It is absolutely not true that just because something happened yesterday, it will happen the same way today. Yeah, I agree. So that's so people tend to want to know the absolute methodologies to create successful products, but they don't exist. So you have to find the way to make it successful by yourself instead of relying on what others say. And he tries to do that himself. That's interesting. So this is similar to what Yoshihara Jiro and Gutai did. And he emphasizes the importance of connecting with others. It's me plus me and me. Uh, 人は自分にないものを持っている人を好きになる。恋愛もそうだし、友人の関係を結べるのもそれが根本にある。作品もそうだ。 So people tend to like those who have what they themselves lack. This is true of love and friendships, and it is also the root of why we appreciate work so much. So to discover a new way to create things, you should connect with others and get inspiration from them. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's source of meme, I guess. So overall, I've learned a lot this week. And to sum up, let's you focus on what truly matters, and let's also let others focus on what truly matters. As a result, let's make your work bold and sustainable over centuries. And connecting with others helps you discover novel ideas and do what no one has done before. To find new ideas, you should connect with others, and love is key here. So creation is about liking things, as Andy Warhol said, and learn from people who have what you yourself lack. So me plus me and me. That's it. This week was very fun. So I'd like to think of how to apply those new ideas to my projects. Yeah, I can't wait to do that. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.